right. Hey guys, welcome back to another DOY Creations video. I am Jeanette, aka Sarayah. And before I get started, I always like to give glory, honor, and praise to the Most High Yah. All right, you guys, I wanted to stop in today to share with you guys some hats that I have been creating for hats for homeless, okay? We know that the fall and the winter is quickly approaching us. And so I wanted to go ahead and get started with making some hats for the homeless. Now, I have shared with you guys on previous videos where if you're new to this channel, welcome all my new subscribers and welcome back all my returning subscribers. I appreciate you guys so very much. I have been frogging some items, right? Some items that I have had for a while and I wanted to recreate something with that yarn. And so what a great way to use up that yarn by making hats for homeless. As you can see in back of me, I have a lot of pink yarn to work with. Now, I don't mind making pink hats, and you'll see in this video where I did make some pink hats. But I'm like, how many pink hats should I make? I don't know. So that is from a project. And this yarn that you're seeing right here is also from a project. This was a beach cover-up. I made a beach cover-up and I decided to take the yarn apart and go ahead and frog the yarn. In this video, you're going to be seeing me sharing with you guys some clips where you see me actually caking up some yarns. But I really like this yarn right here. I think it's really, really beautiful. This is like a 3-ply yarn, and I believe this particular yarn is mandala. So yeah, I didn't make a hat out of this one here. I thought it was a little bit too thin, but maybe I'll give it a shot and make a hat out of it. I'm not for sure. So right now I just set it to the side along with this pink yarn right over here. But yeah, go ahead and get started with the hats that I made. And again, I made them for both males and females because we got female homeless women as well. Okay. I'm trying to see. I'm going to show you guys the ones on my mannequin first. I made a total of 12 hats, but I didn't want to put all of them on mannequins. But this is an example of a man's hat. But just because I got it in saying that it's a man hat, women's can wear this color as well. So this is one of them. And I made really quick, easy beanies. I did not want to make anything complicated because I knew that I want to make a lot of these hats. So, and the rest of the hats I'm going to make some on my knitting machine, but this wasn't handmade. So all of these are double crochets. And then I did the front post, back post. I like that look because it gives you texture. So that was one of the men's hats. Okay, so I'm back. And this is one of my ladies' hats. Now, this one, again, is in the pink. All of them has the same setup with the double crochet and the front post and back post. So I got pink for the lady. I only made one pink hat. I probably just make a total of 2 of the pink beanie hats. But there's one for the lady in pink. All right, and that's the rest of the pink. Then I have one with this color right here. Oh, it pairs up really nice. And again, these are some projects. Either these are yarn that I frogged the project with, or it's a yarn that I was just putting colors together. I love putting colors together. I see a lot of people like that retro type of look hat. So here is another one in nice colors. Then I have one in yellow with a little of the fuchsia and orange color. And I was trying to, each one of these hats that I'm making, if I had any leftovers from here, I just put it on there. And that's how I'm getting these hats. So I was trying to make sure I use up as much yarn as I can. So there's 2. Then I have one that looks like this in the green, yellow, and black. Then I have one that looks like this right here. So I'm just grabbing yarn and using all of it. If I run out of color, I did not color coordinate or try to color control. I was trying to just use up all the yarn. So if I ran out of yarn, I went on and continued with the next color. I mean, I'm thinking that when it's cold outside, do you care about, you know, the coordinations versus trying to stay warm? So that was another color. And then for this yarn here, I share with you guys a video where you saw me crocheting at the park, and I went on and finished this beanie here. I love this yarn. I did not know what yarn this is or was, but I know I enjoy working with it. This is a more smaller beanie. This is in like the blue jean color yarn. Really, really like that. Then I'm trying to use up all the yarn. So what I decided to do was make a larger beanie hat as well. All of these regular beanies are made using a letter I or the number 5.5 crochet hook. And my larger one is using a letter L or the number 11 crochet hook. So that is a big one compared to this one here. And what I was trying to do was use up all the yarn. And this was the only of the yarn that I had left over from doing that. And I absolutely love it. Then this one was, I'm trying to see what item was this. I believe this was I don't know, but this was an item that was frogged. And this is Burnett Pop. It's a more, Burnett Pop has a little bit more thicker yarn. I didn't color control. I just caked it up. And this is the way the color went. I would have preferred not to have that. But then again, I was just, once I caked it up, I just start working with it. And I let the colors go where they wanted to go. And again, the same yarn, I made a larger one in case you get more hair or a larger head. So that is a nice big one there. And again, I just let the colors go where they wanted to go. And then I have this much yarn left from that project. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. So those are my first 10 hats that I will be packaging up and delivering to some of the people that, well, each person that has this organization or this kindness of their heart to give to Hat to Homeless. Those are my first 10. Now, another thing that I made, but I made this one actually for myself. Oh, I thought I got rid of, hold on. Let's get rid of the strand. This one, I'm going to get rid of the strand, but I made this one for myself. I wanted myself a nice hat and scarf set for the winter. I did not take off the loose strand right here because I'm thinking I made this hat probably a little bit too tight. So I'm going to unravel it and have it a little bit more looser on my head. But this one is in the speckle yarn. I think it's neon. Isn't that beautiful? I really like those colors. I think this would be nice for me for the winter time. And I made me also a beautiful cow neck scarf, a cow neck. I have it with the shell stitch as the border. And I prefer fitted. I prefer my cow necks to be a little bit more closer to my neck, but I really love how this one looks. I think it's stylish, and look at that. It plays very, very well against my yellow. Isn't that pretty? That is so cute. I can fold it down like that, and I can bring it up if I need to. That's the beauty of it when it's not as big. I like them big or not so big, but for this one here, I was making sure that I was able to make one. And then I was going to be making myself a pair of earrings, just some circular earrings, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take the rest of this yarn, which is not a whole lot, and I'm going to add it to this hat. That is what I'm going to do. Because once I got done with it, I was happy with it. But then when I try to like put it on, it was kind of a little tight on my head, and I really didn't like that. Another thing I did was made another one of my bucket hats. I do have a tutorial here on the YT for my quick and easy bucket hat. But I wanted to share with you guys with this bucket hat how you can embellish the bucket hat. I have a crochet flower that I have had for a very long time. Not for sure who tutorial, probably Natasha. I'm not for sure. This one is not on permanent. I do just have a pen. But what I wanted to share with my bucket hats, because my bucket hats are very simply beautiful. But to even beautify the bucket hat even more, I just want to show you that you can embellish it with a nice flower, or you can get a pendant to put on there, or you can get some stickers to put on there. Anything to bring out your bucket hat, even though it can be a plain one, you can definitely embellish it so that it can look even beautiful. All right. So I have a number of bucket hats that I made, and I wanted to have one also in the blue jean colors. So those were the 12 hats, guys, that I worked on, along with this one cow neck scarf. And I do have some more items that I'm going to be making. This was my first batch of the 10 hats. For each one of the organizations that I'm going to be donating to, they will be receiving 10 hats each. So I have a total of 30 hats that I got to create, 10 down and 20 more to go. I got plenty of yarn that I can get started with. So if I sent this batch with 2 pink hats, then the next batch would have 2 pink hats until I use all this pink yarn up. I don't want just to send one place all these pink hats. I'm just going to break it up. 2 hats here, 2 hats there, 2 hats there. And I think that should conclude that pink yarn. All right. I'm not turning into V of not caring too much about pink yarn, but I'm not caring too much about pink yarn. So I just got blessed with some more beautiful yarn. And so I get a chance to finish up a lot of my yarns that has been sitting around for a while. And now I can definitely donate them to someone that is in need versus sending someone some yarn. I'd rather just send someone some finished products, and then that way they can go ahead and start using them unless they actually need the yarn. Okay. Anyway, guys, that is what I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. I'm excited for the next 10 because that's what I'm doing. Also, I'm doing them in batches of 10. Yeah, that way I don't get overwhelmed, because actually I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do 30 hats all together, and I felt myself kind of getting a little bit overwhelmed. And like I shared with you guys on my Sunday morning live, I'm doing everything in moderation, trying to slow my pace down so I can enjoy the journey. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next video. But until then, always remember, y'all, Psalm 68:4 in your King James Version. Always keep your life and your health in check. And I'll check with you guys in our next video. Bye for now.